Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our featured match on the stream table. This is the third annual Steinway Classic 2014. I'm Upstate Al. We got a match coming up for you right here against these two opponents, Justin Bergman versus Mike Dechaine in a race to 9. This is a B-side match, so the loser of this set will be eliminated. As we know, prior to this, Mike Dechaine was defeated, knocked over to the B-side by George Rodriguez, and now has an opportunity to face Justin Bergman. Young gun, shooting real well. Just took second in a major tournament to Jason Klott, who's going to be Mike Dechaine's opponent. And as soon as those players are ready to go, we are ready to go in the booth. And before we get underway, we'd like to thank some of our sponsors. First of all, we would like to thank and give a big shout out to Lacassi Hybrid, Lacassi Custom Cues for being one of Upstate Al's sponsors, along with Gotham City Technologies, your IT guy. If you have any problems with your computer, viruses, or whatever the case may be, and you want to find out more information on how it could be fixed or fixed remotely, Gotham City Technologies. He also does a lot of networking for major companies throughout the United States. That's Ron Mason's company. FA Clothing Line. Brian Russell and his son always on board in different events and tournaments. The official Steinway Classic shirts are available. You can PM Brian Russell on Facebook, and he will arrange to make some kind of arrangements with you if you would like to purchase one of the official shirts. They're really nice shirts, good graphics. NYC Grind jumping on board with AZBTV. And of course, azbilliards.com, the world's largest pool and billiards website. That's azbilliards.com. You can go there and browse the website. There's plenty of stories around the world of different pool events that took place and that take place. Also, there are forums, and you can elect to become a member. It's free to join, and you can find out what's going on in your local area and abroad. And also post live streams or selling equipment or anything you want about pool. You can find a forum on the website, azbilliards.com. We have to shout out to Steinway Billiards. The multitude of people that are in this room, especially last night, all yesterday, and the service was exquisite, and the food is beyond any pool room that I've been in. Steinway Billiards here in Astoria, Queens, New York. And keep in mind, there is going to be a free live stream where 3 tours are coming together up in Snookers in Providence, Rhode Island. It's called the Return of the Eastern State Championships. There's 3 tours coming together. The Predator Pro-Am Tour, which is the tour that's here. Ride the 9 Tour, which is Gloria Jean. And the New England 9-Ball Series, which is Mark Dion. Now, years ago, for those of you that are not familiar with this tournament, they used to compare it to the U.S. Open. So they're going to try to resurrect this. They're pulling 3 tours together. Tony Robles put this all together with 2 other tournament directors. It's going to be a huge event. If you want to play in it, I suggest you get in touch with one of the tour directors. It's going to be big. That's a free live stream, August 30th through September 1st. AZB TV and NYC Grind will be moving into town. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, there you see Brian Russell's little son. We call him Little Focus, from the FA clothing line. He was practicing with Jeanette Lee the other night, and he likes to practice with Earl, and now he's about to shoot some balls at Mike Dechaine. He's also playing in the 14.1 Worlds. That gentleman you see in the green hat is Jerry Tarantola from NYC Grind. We call him the Snoop. He's always got a camera in his hand, but since we got the remote, we'd like to snoop on Jerry at the same time and get some shots and video of him, because he doesn't get much footage and he doesn't realize that we can follow him around. So at least we have some video of Jerry T from NYC Grind. Also jumping on board to co-produce this is, in the middle of the screen you can see the Predator Pro-Am Tour. That's Tony Robles jumping on board to actually co-produce this. I'm going to move the camera around a little rapidly here. There's that match that's still taking place. I believe Sean Wilkie is leading that set. He's playing the Z-Man, Zion Z. That match is still underway. We're just awaiting the return of Justin Bergman, and then I believe we're going to get underway here. So we're going to be at a standby until the 2 players are ready to leave the gate.
Start. Cool. All right, good job.
Mike Dechaine letting little Jonathan shine for a little while. It's time to get serious and down to business. For the leg. Justin Bergman winning the leg, and we'll have the opportunity to break in the first game in this race tonight. I'd like to say thank you to everybody out there, and we hope you're having a good time, because we are here on location. And if you do have a chance to come here on location, we're going to be here for the next duration of the 14.1 Worlds. Keep that in mind, which is another pay-per-view coming up right after the Steinway Classic. It starts on the 4th and ends on the 9th. We will also be covering the Hall of Fame banquet, and that'll be free, just the Hall of Fame inductees and the party for the Hall of Fame. And Jimmy Rempe is getting inducted, and I understand he's going to be here. We're going to have a podium set up. We're going to have audio, and that's going to be a free live stream on the AZB TV Ustream channel. And then once the Hall of Fame banquet is done, we are going to switch back over to pay-per-view on the pay-per-view for the 14.1. So we'll be doing some switching around. We're going to have well, me, myself, I'm going to have a 2-hour span to move the equipment and set up in a strategic location for the party so that we can set up the robots and we can actually scan the dinner. It's a really nice dinner. It's going to be super players from around the world at the banquet. And we'll scan the party and we'll have the podium mic set up so you guys can hear all the speeches that are going to take place. I understand there's actually going to be a video that NYC Grind is putting together through the years, and we're going to run that, and we'll see if we can actually shoot our cameras at the big, huge screen television that they have set up, a projection screen TV, and see if we can capture that video and the audio so that you guys can enjoy that. And that's all going to take place within the next week. So we got a busy week ahead of us. So we just want to say thank you to everybody that's viewing out there in the viewing audience. And that's coming also from Steinway Billiards. I'm saying thank you. All proceeds from the pay-per-view go right back to Steinway Billiards. They do a lot of work, and it was just my way of showing appreciation for what they do. I'm not making a red cent on this. Okay, back on the way, Mike Dechaine to kick the 1 ball, 2 rails. You can hear Justin Bergman calling safe. This is call safe, call your shot. So it takes the luck factor, the 2-way shot out of it. If you should call a shot and the ball, the object ball that you called into the pocket doesn't go in and the cue ball winds up getting safe, your incoming opponent has the option to tell you to shoot again. Well, ball in hand, Mike called safe. And ball in hand for Justin Bergman. I believe it was somewhere down in Mississippi. I stand corrected if I'm wrong, but Justin came in second. One of the major events where Jason Klatt actually knocked it off, and Justin came in second. The first day I arrived here on location, I believe it was Friday morning. I arrived about 7 o'clock in the morning, and the maintenance guys here were cleaning up in Steinway, preparing the room to be opened for Friday. So I have access to get in and set up all the wiring and the cameras and the whole production. And about an hour or two later, the first person to walk through the door is the gentleman you see shooting, Justin Bergman. And grabbed a set of balls, and he hit him around for about a good 5 hours just to get used to the cloth and the play of the tables. The table you're looking at here is 4.5-inch pockets. The rest of the tournament tables are 4 3/4. And I watched him practice for a good hour or so as I was chit-chatting with, when I got a chance to take a break, I was chit-chatting with someone on the side, and I was just sweating the way he was practicing. And he had his earphones in, and there was nobody here. There was other people that were in the room, but there was nobody here once he put those earphones in, and it was just down to serious practice, and he practiced hard. His first time in New York, he told me, and I said, well, how you like in New York? He says, I'm loving it. And you know Manny at Steinway wants to have the players here in New York, and he supports them. Believe me when I tell you, he supports them. He goes all out to try to help pool players in any way that he possibly can to have them play out of Steinway. And there you have it. The proof is in the pudding. 1-0 in favor of Justin Bergman. Not taking anything away from Mike Dechaine, that's for sure. All right, Mike's got a shot on the 1 ball down into the corner pocket. Not the easiest shot, but he does have a shot. Justin Bergman, also a Moscone Cup member, representing the USA. This year, Mark Wilson pulled him up on the team, which was great to see, along with Jeremy Sosi and others. So it's great to finally get to see Justin in person and meet him and watch his style of play. Like Mike tried to spin it all the way around, and he nudged the 10 ball. He wanted to play the 6 in the side pocket. And nudging the 10 put him right out of position. Mike's one of these players that can cut this right in, and he can even, if you're watching yesterday, you seen Mika cut like 290-degree shots, rail to rail and back to back. And Mike takes those just about the same way, even at longer distances. And it looks like right here, got himself out of position. I don't think he's got the shot on a 7. He might be able to see part of it. I don't even think he can spin it to make it. Here, Justin called a 7 ball right into the corner pocket. We have the overhead mic right above the table. Hopefully you guys are picking up the audio. Clean shot, I've seen enough of it. Okay, 2-0 in favor of Justin Bergman over Mike Dechaine. Still a long race to 9. Any one of these players can hit each other with a package, so we're not counting anybody out. Well, if the 2 ball goes clean, Justin's going to definitely play for the run out. If he can get way back, I don't know if he can play the carom here, depending on what position he gets into. Well, the 2 goes clean. It's probably either he's going to play with a lot of inside or he's going to play it with a lot of right-hand English and spin around the floor between the 7-9 and come back up table, or he's going to hit it with a lot of inside. He decided to play with inside. Go 1 rail straight back up. You know, certain players like to move the cue ball around, and others just like to take the more direct route. Have Mr. Owen here sitting close to the booth. As Justin Bergman strokes that with the power draw to get right back up on the 5 into the side pocket. Here's the position on the 7 is going to really matter. That's right, he wants to get just about straight in on the 8 ball. As you've seen, he was down sizing that shot up. He's got to either cinch this over off the 5 or play it directly down in the corner. And now he's in perfect position to get straight in on that 8 ball. A little angle is not going to matter, but you know, when that 8 ball's sitting in front of that side pocket and you got to fire it in the opposite corner, you got to be careful with those side pockets. We've seen it happen last night. He missed a 7, never mind that. Thinking about the crucial position that he needed, wound up missing the 7 ball, giving Dechaine an opportunity to get back out of his seat. And the way he flew out of his seat, we didn't catch on camera, but he practically jumped out of his seat. He couldn't believe it. See, that's the way you want to shoot this 8-ball. You want to shoot it down table so that you don't have to deal with the side pockets. But Justin was just in a position where he had no opportunity to. So Mike Dechaine putting a bead on his side of his scoreboard. And maybe we can get Shane Van Boning. Maybe Shane will come over and sit down and talk a little bit. We're going to try to get him in here a little bit later. But he's giving me the signal like he has to go to the gym to work out, like he's out of shape. Jimmy, grab Shane. Tell him I want him over here. Grab Shane. We're going to get Shane Van Boning to sit in just for, not too long because he has to go work out. Mr. Shane Van Boning in the house, sir. We understand that you have to go work out. What do you think about this match? Who do you like here?
I don't know. I think I like Mike Dechaine if he's breaking well.
If he's breaking well, right?
Yeah.
Now, you in one of your matches last night, you were having a difficult time. I don't know, were you fatigued? Was it tired?
I was too tired. I got burned out from playing Frankie Hernandez.
I didn't want to mention any names, but I know you were in a match, and I was here late with you. And I actually said that. I said that he must be tired because we were here, like, really late.
Yeah, we're playing late, so I mean, this is like one match, all day, right after every couple hours. So.
Yeah, this was back-to-back, man. They kept us all busy. We were here busy, because they were calling matches back-to-back. And then the night before, you were in that action, and you were out late. And I said, Shane's got to be tired because usually on your break, I mean, you got the best 10-ball break in the world. I don't think anybody's going to say.
My breaking wasn't very good. So
right, it wasn't that good. That played
I
a
was
big
stepping
factor.
A little bit, so.
Yeah. So you're playing. Yep. Go ahead.
I understand that you're gonna get beat once in a while. So.
Right. Oh yeah. Well, you know that. That's all part of the game, right?
Yep.
Nothing we're gonna do about that. Now you're playing in the 14.1, right? You're playing in the world.
Yeah, I'm
tournament.
looking forward to it.
Right.
Should be a fun week. So.
That's what I'm saying. This is going to be great. I mean, back-to-back tournaments. There's no need to go anyplace else. Everything's right here confined. Now, how about this? Next year, there's going to be another sponsor, and we're not going to mention their names because it's in the making that they're going to add another $5,000 or $6,000 to the Steinway Classic. Does it get any better?
Well, hopefully, it's good for next year. So, I mean, we need more tournaments like this. So,
right. And
maybe
how about
help the professionals. So, I mean, who knows? We need to start somewhere.
I heard last year that you were coming to New York City. You were thinking about moving to New York City and getting an apartment in January.
I'm not sure if I'm willing to do that, but I'll probably try it.
Manny wants you here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Manny wants all the pool players here at Steinway Billiards.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun to hang out in New York and, play pool.
How about Steinway Billiards in general? What do you think about this room?
It's good pool, good place to play, and there's always something going on here, so.
Right. Well, we don't want to hold Shane up too much because we know you got to work out. But, the door is always open. Anytime you want to come in here and sit down, Upstate Al is out. Right. You're in, man. You're like the number one here. All right?
Sounds good.
All right, Shane. Thank you for stepping in for a couple minutes. Appreciate it. Well, there you have it, Mr. Shane Van Boning sitting in the booth. And that's exactly what we thought about Shane's game yesterday when his break wasn't working, that he was kind of tired. And he just verified that. But in any case, he loves playing here, and he loves New York, and he was thinking about moving here to New York City. And would like to have him down here, that's for sure. In fact, he's staying with Earl, and Earl and him are going to represent the USA team members. All right, Mike Dechaine's back at the office, and he's taking no prisoners. He's on the verge of tying this ball game up right here at 2 apiece. And he does. We're tied at 2 apiece as you hear the applause from the audience. Would like to say a big special thanks to Tony Robles and the Predator Pro-Am Tour for jumping on board, co-producing this alongside with NYC Grind, and of course ourselves, AZB TV, trying to do the best we can, all three of us, to put things together. As we watch Mike Dechaine about to break here in game 5. Five ball, the cue ball plants itself in the center of the pocket. The 10 ball gets kicked in. 5 ball goes in the side. 10 ball does not count on the break. The 10 ball comes up and will be spotted. And there's already issues with the 2 ball. And Mike did turn to Justin and say, "I'm banking," and he did bank it straight in without hitting the rails. So obviously the banks in Astoria, Queens, New York are open today. Shane Van Boney says that he likes Mike Dechaine in this match if his break is working. Some people call Mike the mechanic. Mike says all he does is freeze, make sure every bowl is frozen. Just like that, Mike Dechaine is on a roll. Now 3-2 in favor of Mike Dechaine. Want to give a big shout out to these companies here. You know, the Kings of Vapor. Kings of Vapor is sponsoring a lot of players. I believe Mike Dechaine also is one of the sponsored players. I think there's a patch on his back. Let's see if we can get a shot of that. He's leaving. Yeah, there's the patch on his back, the Kings of Vapor patch. They are sponsoring a lot of players. They just opened up a pool room in Ohio called Kings of Billiards also. So we want to give them a really big shout out to Chad Bowling and the whole crew as Mike Dechaine breaks in game 6, leads 3-2. I'm Upstate Al sitting in the booth. I'm sure I'm going to be joined in a few minutes by another commentator. We do have him on list. In fact, I no sooner said that, Mr. Mike Bass, Mikey Fingers, is about to step in. He's all wide and ready to roll.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome back. I was just saying I'll be joined shortly. We got a list of people that Upstate Al has. But you had to stop out and eat something, you know.
Yeah, I got up and I stretched my feet, you know.
Yeah.
Stretch your legs.
But this is Michael Fingers.
Hello.
Michael Bad Stubener.
A.K.A. Pablo Picasso.
Oh yeah, don't forget that. He can paint pretty good. Look him up on Facebook. Well, you know what? Dechaine's on a roll here.
Is he?
Yeah, he's opening up the fuel lines and punching fifth gear now.
Well, he kind of made the mistake before the match started saying he was going to play Mika next. And then he ended up losing the match he played, and so did Mika. But you should focus on what he's doing at hand. You know, win the match you got to play first. And the pool gods jinx him for it.
Yeah. I was just mentioning, you see the patch on Mike's back, it's called the Kings of Vapor patch. They just opened up a pool room in Ohio also.
Did they?
Yeah, it's called
They opened a pool room?
Kings of Billiards.
Nice.
Yeah. And they're sponsoring a lot of players, as Mike Dechaine just says, you know what? I'm glad they're sponsoring me. He puts another beat up. Leads this match 4-2. And not only the Kings of Vapor, Lacassi Q's, the Tap League. Of course, Simonis and Aramis Balls, and AZ Billiards, the largest pool and billiards website, along with live stream news on Facebook. If you don't have Facebook accessibility, you can always find us on Instagram, where live stream news.
See Dechaine break. Powerful break.
Well, you know, we just had Shane Van Bonen in the booth for a few minutes. He had to go work out, but I grabbed his ear for a few minutes and threw him in the booth, and I asked, wow.
How's that, folks? 5 on the break.
I hit him with the question, who do you like in here? And put him on the spot. He says, well, if Mike Dechaine's break's working, he says, I like Mike.
In this match or for the
In this match.
In this match, yeah.
And doesn't get any sweeter than this, does it?
No, he's going to have to come with one now, though, to get on that 3.
Well, he's on the rail. He's going to have to spin out 2 to 3 rails and come back.
Force followed. Force follow.
There it is. That'll work.
Pound it.
That'll work. Great shot.
Yeah, well, maybe he sparked himself a little bit.
You know, players get on that B side.
Yeah.
They get dangerous.
The B side's still a race to 9, right?
Yeah,
Correct?
race to 9 on both sides. The finals are race to 15. It's not a true double elimination, just an extended race.
Extended race. That's not too bad either, you know, the extended race.
I never liked an extended race. I think if you earn the spot of going through the tournament undefeated, I believe that it should be a true double elimination.
Yeah, I mean, you got good point. It's a good point there. Either way, I'm happy with. You know, the extended race should be more than maybe 2 or 3 games more
From
than
this
a regular
side of it.
race. Yeah, you know,
From this side of it. But when you are, you know how it is. If you're out there, well, yeah, you've been out there, so
yeah,
I
like
can
I said,
respect that
either way.
yeah. Game number 8, Mike Dechaine leading 5-2 here at the 3rd annual Steinway Classic. Let's sweat the break. Not that time. Cue
No.
ball jumped right.
Didn't
to the
control
side.
that one.
Now, the way Mike's been breaking, this should be an open table for Justin Bergman. He should have no problems with it.
And that's what it looks like.
Everything has a pocket and nothing's on the rails. Looks like it's just old school. Get to the 3 and it's over.
How has Justin been playing?
You know, I was talking to the audience earlier, and I believe it was Friday morning. I arrived here about 7 in the morning. He was the first person through the door when they opened up the doors at
Really?
8:09, and he hit balls for a good 4 or 5 hours. And I was talking to him for a good half hour or so, and then he put his earphones in because I had to do some wiring. And when I got a chance to sit down and actually watch him practice, he practices hard.
Right.
You know, real hard. didn't miss much either, but he was practicing on the 4 3/4.
Right.
You know, and this is now 4.5. Not that he could probably shoot on a 4-inch pocket.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
You know, but he was practicing hard. He was hitting them good.
He's in consideration for the Moscone Cup, I think, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Jeremy Sosi also, that was here yesterday. He got eliminated at the tournament. I believe he's also playing in the 14.1, too. So we will see.
Jeremy?
I believe so.
Really?
Yeah.
Most of these guys, I think, play both
Look, if they're round,
disciplines.
the ball's around and you got pockets, and you can shoot the way they do, why not, right?
I think that's weird in a little bit. A lot of rotation players, 9-ball players, 10-ball players, they also play straight pool. But a lot of diehard straight pool players won't play rotation.
And we saw that yesterday, because there are a lot of people in town
Yeah.
for the Worlds that did not play in the 10-ball. And that's your own preference too, and it's expensive. You come over from Germany, you got your flights, you got your hotels where you got to stay, then you got entry fees, so it's expensive, and you got to cash.
Well, that's why you figured they'd want to play more events, play all the events you can.
Well, that's why back-to-back tournaments like that, you would think they would, but a couple of them elected not to, unless they're showing up, like Corey Doole's out in China. He has to fly back in for the 14.1, so you can't blame him for not making the 10-ball.
No, but there are going to be exceptions, but.
But Corey, I understand, is on his way, and he is playing in the 14.1. If he's not here already.
Well, I haven't seen him yet.
No, not in the room, but he might be in New York.
Well, then he should be in the room.
He might be in the room later. If this ends early enough and if any action actually jumps off, and I'll ask before I actually turn a camera on it, but if any action does jump off, I'm going to definitely stream it and put it on.
Nothing on the break and no shot for Dechaine.
And if I do stream the action, it will be for free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Once this ends, the pay-per-view will end, and then I can always switch over to the Ustream channel, which is AZB TV channel on Ustream. If something does jump off, and I'll keep everybody out there up to date if something is going to jump off, and give you the channel link.
Well, that's always good. Give the people a little something extra to watch.
Yeah, I got no problem with that. I'm here for the duration anyway,
Sure.
you know what I mean?
You're always here for the duration.
Yeah.
You like furniture.
Yeah, old furniture.
Old furniture. Old beat-up furniture.
Well, I don't like this. Putting that 10-ball mix, I don't like that push-out. I really don't like it.
Well, the last match we saw Evgeny play some bad safeties, too, in the beginning.
Did you? I had to step in and out of the booth.
Yeah.
I got a couple of things going on. So.
But I guess looking at what's going on here, based on the position of everything, might be difficult to play that 10. If he knows Banks.
Well, it's not only the 10 there. Maybe the 3-10 if the 3 can get by the 7. There's so many. I just don't like putting the money ball next to a pocket. If you're going to push out.
Right.
That's all.
I think a bank pool player could bank the 1 here.
Well, you know what, Justin?
Just past the 5?
He's going to hand it right back to Mike Dechaine. He's going to say, you can do what you want to do with this.
Let's see him jack up and draw it straight back into the 10.
How about spinning it around the 8 and playing the cue ball 2 to 3 rails back into the 10?
Yeah, I think the 3's in the way for that, but.
Got to come in short.
Got to be something going on here, though.
You're ahead 5-3. You don't want to give your opponent. You're definitely going to want to duck here somewhere. You don't want to give your opponent a chance to get the 4.
He might have to soft roll this, almost hit the 1 straight in the face and roll up on the 5.
That's good. I like that shot.
He doesn't really have a lot of other choices.
Well, he can play the 1 because he will have the shot on the 2.
Yeah, but the 2 doesn't go by the 9.
Right, right. But you can play a better safe off the 2 than you can off the 1 ball.
Yeah, but from where he is now, if he plays the 1, the cue's going to go forward anyway. He might get stuck behind the 5. You know what I'm saying? That's just
you got to slow roll. Yeah, you could do that.
So he's going to be in a bad spot. He might be better off playing safe from here. If he cuts the 1 to the right and comes up 1 rail between the 8 and 5 and comes back down towards the 6, let's say, He might be able to get a kiss off the 6 and get the 3 and 7 into play.
That's what it looks like he's going to try. He's going to play the cue ball out long and try to get some of the blockers.
He's just got to beat the kiss. Let's see if he thins it. Shouldn't be too much of a kiss chance here, but he spinned it pretty good. There you go. 8's in the way, 3 7's in the way.
Great shot.
4 balls, not really too bad. He's going to play 2 rails behind the 8, behind the 7 8. In that direction.
This is the risky shot where you kick the 1 ball towards that side of the table and the 10 balls on that side of the table.
Right.
And I'm sure Justin is putting that solution into his head. How am I going to do it? I got to kick it with enough speed to keep it away from the money ball. You can hear him call safe. I expect him to hit this pretty good. Now, the way that he was looking down there by the 2-9, looks like he wants to hit the inside of the 1, means the left side of the 1, and try to bring the cue ball down by the 6-9. In other words, don't catch it too solid. He wants to catch the left side of it like that.
Well, he got a good bounce off the 5.
And Mike's got a smirk on his face like, how lucky did this kid just get?
Well, hey, tough. Too bad.
Hey, that's part of the game.
He didn't complain when you played safe, or, when you left him safe.
There's Mike
Too bad,
Dechaine
Mike.
with the smirk.
There
Looks like Dennis the Menace face.
Does this thing zoom in? Can we get a nice close-up,
I could zoom
tight
in if
shot
I
on that?
wanted to, yeah, but then I got to loosen back out. And everybody in the background is going to tell me, why are you zooming in on it? So I don't want my face on camera.
Well,
So we try to keep them a little
If they don't want their face on the camera, they should have sat in the back row.
Well,
that's all.
They paid for the VIP seating.
That's all. That's part of the experience. You get to be on TV.
Well, we'll blur them out like they're in the witness
We'll put the black bar over their face.
Look how comfortable Mike is with a cue stick. He's got it behind his back.
He doesn't know what to do. He might not be able to get to it. Go back to the other angle, the head-on angle, because he might not even be able to get to it. That's the problem.
I think he can kick it.
Oh, yeah, he can spin between the 7 8. Yeah, all right. He can also kick under. That's not a bad 8. Well, what's he doing?
He's taking this out of the equation is what he's doing.
He's going to give up ball on hand now. I guess he figures he can't get on to 2. I don't like that. I think you put the cue ball almost on the rail by the side pocket. You play the 1. You draw the cue ball back between the 2 and the 6. You get on that sucker, and then you get out from there.
Oh, really?
That's just my personal.
You don't ask too much, though.
No.
Just draw it between the 2-6 and plant it between the 2-9 and play it in the corner.
Absolutely.
That's what he's going to do.
What's so difficult about it?
Well, he's got to fade. That's a very thin window between that 5-2 to try to get that cue ball between the 2-6. It's a thin window.
Yeah,
man.
but if you're playing the draw shot off the 1, naturally you're going to get past the 5, and then it's going to come right down towards the 6. He might try and play it and go into the 2. He's got to make something happen here. He could play safe too, but I don't see that happening.
He's going to try to get between it. Good shot.
A little bit of an angle. He's got him. Now he's got to see what goes on with the 3.
He's looking at the bank.
Yeah.
I don't think that 3 goes directly into the side pocket.
Doesn't look it.
Well, you couldn't plant the cue ball any place else but right there, perfectly lined up for a bank shot.
Well, I don't even know if it is. The 7.
He's banking it.
Yeah, he must be clear of the 7 enough. Does he bank it and roll forward a little bit? He's going to have to. Perfect. Well, it looks like, just don't get on the rail. Don't get on the rail. You might have to force this forward 2 rails.
That's what he's looking at, shooting the 6 in the upper left-hand corner. Depending on the angle that he's got. He's trying to see how straight he is. Looks like he's got the angle to go forward. Force it right by the side pocket. 2 rails behind the 6, shooting it up in the upper left-hand corner.
If he can get that far. Yeah, see, it was tough to get that far, but he's got a bank shot.
He doesn't like it.
No, but he's got another bank shot if he wants it.
He just called safe. He's going to put it behind the 8 ball and bring the cue ball right back using the blocker of the 10-7.
Yeah, that's not a bad shot. They're trying to get right up tight on that 10 ball. Well,
window of opportunity for Mike Dechaine. He can see the 6.
he's not sure what to do.
Well, what do you like? Do you like coming out long and trying to get behind the 10-7, or you like trying to duck him behind the 9?
He's going to try and bank at it. If he banks at it, he'll have a shot on the 7. But if he misses, he might be stuck, and Justin will tell him to shoot again. He really hit that one pretty bad. It's going to be a little fortunate, though, at the leave. I think Justin's going to bank this. He's going to play it safe. He's going to bank the 6 up by the 8 and try and spin down by the 10. He might be able to hit it a little bit fuller than that and cut the 6 and come between the 7. Yeah, just like that. That's a good shot, too. Better speed, and he's got Dechaine stuck now.
Well, not impossible to hit, but
no,
good
but
safe.
Yeah, but at least now he's got to bring a rail into play, you know, or a little bit of masse or a jump, or.
He's got to kick the 6 back down table if he can spin it enough.
Yeah, but you got to be careful. The 8's in the way. Might stop the 6 right there. Good hit. Justin's got a real thin cut on the 6. I think he plays it.
Young eyes.
Yeah. He's got to be a little careful, though. Because if he comes up and down a table, the 8's in play. If he overhits it, he might come down too far past the 7 and put the 10 in play. This is a tricky little shot. He could spin it and try and come into the 10.
He's going to try to spin it and avoid the 10 is what he's going to try to do. But
I would just go up and down. I wouldn't try and spin it.
Still a difficult shot no matter what he tries to do.
Yeah, I wouldn't try and spin this if you're just going to cut it in. But if he tries like a slow spin, then
he's spinning it. He's going to go around the 10. Oh, he went between them. How do you like this shot?
Well, he overstroked it a little bit.
This shot. Did he escape it? He's playing it into the side pocket.
Yeah, must have enough room. If he can cut this in, he should get right on the 8. Good shot. Yeah, he made the long trip up here. You know, he knows how to play.
It wasn't just to be a tourist and
Exactly.
shop in Manhattan, that's for sure.
I don't think he likes New York pizza that much.
Hey, you just reminded me. I got to stop up in Patsy's Pizza. I wanted to make that an official stop. I got to take my son up there.
Where is it?
Patsy's Pizza, the original.
Yeah.
Yeah, up on the 116th, 17th, and 2nd.
So what are you getting? Are you going to order a pie?
Well, you know,
put an order
pie's
in?
not good enough. You got to have a couple of them. Good shooting. Yeah, Patsy's pizza is like invisible pizza. You can almost see through it. Justin Bergman puts another one there, and he could see his way to a tie in this match. It's actually made very thin, but it's all just exquisite, man. If you've never been there, you got to go. I took Bobby Blackmore there, that knit. You know that knit Bobby Blackmore?
No. I do not recall. I know a Bobby Blackheart.
Blackheart, yeah.
Is that
Coleheart.
It's the same kid?
Coleheart,
That's the same kid?
Bobby Coleheart.
I know Bobby Blackheart.
Oh, yeah.
A.K.A. Bobby Blackmore.
Bobby B.
I miss him. He doesn't play anymore.
Really? He hasn't been
Yeah,
playing,
no, I
huh?
haven't.
I heard he snapped off a tournament down here like
Did he?
a month and a half
Oh,
ago
maybe
or
he's
something.
playing. Good for him. And good for Poole, too. Bobby's a good player.
He is a good player.
He's a real good player.
As long as he can keep his head screwed on with those titanium rods.
Yeah, well,
then
yeah,
he'll be
that's
all
the whole.
And hook
that's
up
the whole
himself up
thing.
to the electrodes every once in a while.
That's his whole big thing is mental.
Yeah.
Not saying he's mental,
Oh, you could say that. It's all right.
but you know, I wasn't trying to say that without saying it, but you know,
You got to understand we're friends with Bobby.
I know Bobby for a long time. He still owes me lunch. That's a joke, Bobby.
That's an inside joke.
That's an inside
they usually
joke.
play for lunch. Between the two of them, they're both gaining weight.
Hey, if you're out there, big guy, why don't you come down this week? Watch a little straight ball. Bring your cue. I might come out of retirement to play.
Here we go. Kick into the one. A lot of blockers there. He's hit it
Good
well.
shot.
He hit it real well.
Good shot. Well,
Mike Dechaine looks like a red hawk zooming around, checking out a rabbit the way he just looked at the table, pulling out his pogo stick. The jump cue's out.
yeah, hippity hoppity.
And there's Jerry T from NYC Grind. We're going to get him out of the shot. Pull Mike Dechaine in clean. Sweat the jump.
He's kind of close to the 8, but these jump cues today, I mean, you can get the ball over like an 1/8 of an inch.
And make it and get position.
Yeah.
We were
Wow.
talking about that yesterday. Sammy Guzman used to put two balls together, put a dollar bill between them,
Right.
take the dollar bill out. There's only that much space and jump the ball right over it.
Yeah.
And that was with a full cue back then. That wasn't
Wow.
with a jump cue. We were talking about that.
That's
Me and Eddie.
insane. It's
Yeah.
almost.
That was many, many moons ago.
Yeah, I was going to say, he has been around for a long time.
Well, he's no longer with us. you
Well,
know,
that's what I meant, yeah.
but he was like a really good shooter. He used to hang around with Frankie and Tony way back in the day
Yeah.
when they were kids.
Let's see what Mike can do with that 5/8.
That one ball jump was a big shot.
Oh, huge.
You know, like I said, we don't get Jerry T much on camera over here, so we're going to get a little footage of Jerry at work. We call him the Spider-Man. He's always climbing walls, setting up cameras. You never know what Jerry's taking footage of.
Funky little hat he's got going on there.
Yeah. That's his signature.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if Dechaine can help close the door a little bit on Bergman.
Well, you know, Justin really didn't do anything wrong. The only ball I seen him miss, I believe, was the 7 ball in that corner pocket where Mike just pocketed the 6. Justin missed the 7 ball because the 8 was lying on the long rail just before the side pocket, and he was thinking about the position, and he was thinking about playing it up, you know, towards opposite the side pocket
Yeah.
instead of cut, because there was no way he can get to the other side of it. And he just took his eye off the 7 and missed the 7, and since then, opened the door for Mike Dechaine. That's the only mistake that I've seen Justin Bergman make. And it's a mistake like that that can change the entire set,
Yeah.
as we all know.
I think Mike has to play this in the corner.
Mike Dechaine.
6-5 up on Justin Bergman.
6'4".
6-4. Okay. My bad.
That's all right. I've been there before.
The first day with the new eyes. I can't see nothing.
I know nothing.
I know nothing. Hey.
Aramarth, Simonis, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, you guys out there, give a big shout out to Upstate Al for doing this for you guys.
I will try.
He's putting on quite the show here. You guys love pool?
I have nothing to do with proceeds.
He is your man.
All this money's going right back to Steinway Billiards.
Exactly. He's doing this almost out of the kindness of his heart.
Just about.
So you guys see him out there, buy him a beer or something.
Forget about it. Just ship a barrel full of hundreds. That'll make me happy.
Well, either that or a cold beer.
Cold beer will work. Actually, I haven't drank in a while, and I had a cold Heineken yesterday. It tasted pretty good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to grabbing a Blue Moon later.
That's even better.
My birthday's this week.
Well, congratulations and happy birthday.
Thank you, thank you.
And somebody's about to get a birthday wish here. You go up there and get yourself a beer anytime you want. Tell them it's on Upstate.
Ah, that isn't that sweet.
And when you're up there, be a kind waiter and bring another one back with you.
I think I can do that.
Nice. All right, back to the action. You know, it's Mike's birthday every other week when I see him. 6-4 in favor of Mike Dechaine.
Usually because it's the same week every year.
That's right.
I say,
You just said that before. It's a year already. Wow.
yeah. But we'll see how the week goes.
What do you do here, Mike? Do you try to kick at it if you got room between the 9-8, or do you
Yeah. No, well, he's going to go between the 8-5.
or do you jump it?
No, he's going between the 8-5.
Looks like he's going to kick it one rail off the short rail right down at the bottom of the table. That's what he's doing.
It's a pretty good percentage hit. He's going to hit it. He might come 2 rails.
That's what he's doing, 2 rails.
I don't know if I like that.
Watch the rock.
Well, that's one of the reasons why. Coming 1 rail, you can't scratch there.
Mike's sticking him again on the
It's
6
tough
ball.
to scratch in the side, too, with the 1 rail.
He's going to look at the back of the 6 ball from here, I believe. Mike's going to just plant the rock right there.
Well, we'll see. If it goes in the side, he'll play it in the side. And that's what it looks like it's going to do. He's going to play it in the side.
Sure is.
Oh.
That's what happens.
Oh.
Now, instead of having your opponent on 1 and facing 2 fouls,
Well, yeah, but
now you give him a shot.
it went. You know, he just missed a shot, and he had a chance to get out, and
It did go.
it went. So
Took his eye off it.
I think I would have played it, too. Well, you want it to get a little more spin on that. Get past the 7, obviously. I can't tell if it goes by the.
Call
playing
it safe. Yeah,
He's going to roll up on the 6. He's just going to roll up on the 6. Good shot. Although Mike still has, 2 rail at it, or 1 rail.
He's got to stretch. He's got to stretch across the table or get the bridge.
No, I don't think he's got to stretch too much. Does he play left-handed?
Good question. I would imagine he can. And he's down there for the rake.
I was going to say, yeah, lefty, this is an easy reach. But
the thing is to kick it to the left side of hit 3/4 of the left side of it, and try to keep the cue ball behind the 4-8. I mean, the 8-9. He tried it. He almost got there, but he's going to leave a shot.
He's definitely going to leave a shot. Now you might see Justin play this and come under the 4 and stay under the 4 and shoot the 4 up in the corner where they were just standing. I don't think he can get above the 4. I mean, he can come up and down table, down and up again, but.
Yeah, but then you got the angle to cut it. I think he's going to wind up perfect shooting it up in the left-hand corner.
Yeah, almost a center ball and just drift past the 7.
Yeah.
He forced it a bit, yeah, but he's staying down there. It's easy to control.
Guys, Michael Finger's in the booth with Upstate Al. Just to keep you up to date with that, because this Michael Fingers can diagnose the shots. You know, Earl Strickland's been in the booth with us quite a few times now. And I put up a couple of videos where Earl Strickland is actually commentating. They're on the AZB T-Vision channel on Ustream. And I said, Earl, you know, you're not only good at playing pool, I said, you're great at commentary. He says, Al, he says, this is the key. He says, you diagnose every shot in every possible way of shooting it. He says, you can never go wrong. So when he's commentating, he could do this, he could do that. Well, before the player actually approaches the table, he's got 6 shots set up.
Yeah.
He says, you see, I can't be wrong.
You can't be wrong. He can play it in the corner. He can jack it up. He can stop. He can draw it over. He can do a million different things. Which is true. Oh, he just missed it. He got lucky with the lead, though. Although he didn't, because I forgot they're playing call shot, call safety.
Right. Mike has the chance to give. No, I don't think Mike's going to give it back to him.
Can he see
well,
it?
He could.
Oh,
he can see part of it.
Well, then he'll play safe. I thought he couldn't see it.
I don't know. He might give it back to him. He gave it back to him.
There you go. That's a little bit of a surprise if he can see it. Maybe he can't see as much of it. Oh, he's going to spin a little bit. He might not be able to see it, really. He's got to play a jumper.
The way he was out there getting ready to kind of jump that say around this, looked like he was going to play the bank. He called safe, though.
Yeah, if he just clips the bottom side of it, send it towards the 9, he'll come down table. And he's got him with the 6. No, I don't think he does have him. He's
got him with length, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's got him with distance. 8.5 feet right there.
Plus on the rail.
I think Mike's going to play just a short safety here. He's going to bank the 5-1 rail and try and get him with the 8, 9, or 6.
The mousetrap.
Well, he clipped the 8 and he left Justin a shot on it.
Mike's going to wind up tucked. Mike's going to wind up tucked behind the right between the 8 and 9 on this shot, I believe. Right between them. Touchy shot.
There you go. Good hit. No, he pushed the 9 out too far, and it looks like Mike maybe can see the corner.
I like this action.
He can see the corner of the 5. He's going to do a little masse, it looks like, or just a slight jump. He's only got to maybe just cover the edge of that 6. He's going to play the 5 in the corner. There you go.
Wow. With authority. There's Kevin Clark. I was just talking about him. I was just talking about you last night, man. I should have been playing the lottery.
Now he's got the straight in combo. There you go. 6
yeah,
off the 9.
Him,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, he had to punch this. He had to punch it so that the 6 came out. And it drifted far enough so he's got a shot on it now.
Do you think this puts any kind of pressure on Justin, you know, since Mike already played on the Moscone Cup? And do you think Mike puts any kind of pressure on himself saying, I got to beat this kid to let her make a statement that I should be on the Moscone Cup this year also?
I don't think so.
I think there is some kind of conflict in there. Because who wouldn't want to be on the Moscone Cup?
Well,
you know, I mean,
yeah, but I don't think he's going to put any unnecessary pressure on himself. You can't tell yourself, oh, I have to beat this guy, or you have to.
But you want to make a statement.
Of course you. Well, you want to win. I mean, even if you crawl across the finish line, you know, limping in pain, you still win. You know.
Right.
It's a W, but making a statement or not, I think he wants to make a statement because he lost his last match. He thought he was going to win it, you know, and he lost, but.
I mean, they're both gentlemen players.
Yeah.
So, but I just think that somewhere in the back of their minds, they might be wandering around with that thought. I know would if I was playing.
Well,
if you were up to play on a major event and they invited you and they didn't invite me, I want to make a statement. How come they didn't invite me? I'm gonna just
obviously because I'm
stomp
better
on
looking.
This guy. Yeah, well,
You know, that's
we have to agree with that. You're
you
always
got to have
walking
a good
around
looking
with-
team.
You're always walking around with that flower in your hair.
Well, you know. Touche.
Wow. 2-ball went in and came out, but something flew into the side pocket.
6 went in the side. He's got a shot on the 1. He's up 7-4. He might. I'm not going to say he's out because.
Last time you said that, they didn't get out.
Yeah, the 4 and 10 are kind of tied up.
Well, the 4 passes, but it passes on the wrong side of the table, and if he can get, he'll have to plant the cue ball like straight in on that 4.
Yeah, he'll have to be dead straight. And then based on where the 3 is, it's going to be a little tricky. He's going to have to come down the table and come back up again.
Well, he's in good position to get really dead straight in on the 4.
No, he overdid it.
Just by a little bit. He can punch
He
it.
might be able to come forward.
He can punch it.
Yeah. A little bit of spin. There's the speed control. He went backwards. All right.
Now here we are, shooting past the side pocket. Or he's going to lock him safe. See what he does. Didn't hear no safe call.
No. It must be if the 4's off the rail, he'll play it. Shot. Yeah, Kevin Clark walked in the door, and I'm not going to mention he had a game a few months ago. He was playing some straight pool match, and I called him up, and I wanted to go up there and live stream it, but Right.
the opponent didn't want to live stream.
Really?
Yeah. It was a good, nice challenge match, too. It was like 2 or 3 days of straight pool.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. Kevin wanted me to come up.
Yeah.
Mike Dechaine on the verge of going on the hill here.
Yeah. A little off angle, but he should be able to put this in the corner.
With no
There you go.
sweat,
Yep.
8-4, as you hear the applause from the audience that's now starting to smother Steinway once again.
Oh, yeah, it's starting to fill up, man.
And day 2, you can see
Finals action coming.
these tables in the front here are reserved. All the tables around the arena table are reserved. And that looks like Barana coming in the front door. Did I just catch Barana? Yes, it is. That's Barana
Yeah.
up in the front door. Well, I guess players are going to start wandering in. And there you see with the New York Yankee hat, that's Bernie. And a lot of you out there that been around pool know Bernie as we watch Mike break on the hill. Kind of sound a funny sound.
I
on
didn't know
break.
that 3 just fell, which is good. He's got a shot on the 1. Long way off. 6 ball's kind of tied up a little bit. Getting down for the 2 is going to be a problem. I think he's going to play the 1 and just roll up behind the 6. He's not playing to make this, I don't think. He's just going to try and play safety.
Little FA clothing line, Jonathan Russell in the booth. What do you say, sir?
Hi.
Tell him how old you are. 19?
9.
9.
9 close.
Nice.
19 is not even close.
Not even close.
Yeah, he played right behind the 7. It's a good shot.
He's up the hill. 4 to 8, race to 9. Back,
Yeah.
And this is a loser's match.
Yep.
On the other side, we have Earl Strickland.
Earl Strickland's playing who on the other side, Jonathan? Fill us in.
Well, I don't know. Well, he's pretty good.
You mean right on the other side of this wall here?
Yeah.
That's Tommy D'Alfonso, shorty.
On the other, and we have
Ah.
Nika and Dennis are gonna play.
Yeah, I think Earl's playing.
Oh,
more,
Earl's on the way corner over
Yeah,
there.
he's playing more.
Yes. And who's Tommy playing here? And behind me just now walked in the room is Stephen Cohen, who actually knocked down the 14.1 Worlds. He's standing right behind us.
Checked up. Looks like a nice layout for him.
Tommy DeAlfonso is playing Mike Davis.
Look,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
this looks like a nice layout for him.
Yeah, he can possibly win the match from here. And if he does, Justin Bergman will be eliminated. That 4-ball, wow, wow, wow.
Let's make
Mike,
it in.
Mike stood up like he was going to miss it.
Mike, when you're in the money round, you know you wanna. And when you're in the money round, you're gonna play your bestest. You're gonna play your hardest. You're fighting the good fight.
Fighting a good fight. That's a good one. That's right.
Looks like he has.
We call him Little Focus. That's Jonathan Russell, 9 years old. Upstate has been seasoning him up from day one, huh? Getting you in the booth and putting a headset on you. He's sharp. He's a natural. And it looks like Mike Dechaine is going to defeat Justin Bergman, who will be eliminated out of the Steinway Classic.
And here we go.
There
There
you
you
go.
have it. Well, folks, we're going to get right back to you with another match as soon as we have one lined up. But what we're going to do is we're going to pan over and let you sweat one of the other two matches going off on the side. We want to say a thank you to little FA Clothing Line, Jonathan Russell and Michael Fingers. We will all be back one time or another.
Yeah, I'll be here pretty much all week, so.
Mike is here for the duration. Anytime he
Monday
wants, he's in.
Monday I got issue Monday, so I won't be
You
here
got to bring a
Monday,
note. Listen, if you can't be here, you got to bring me a note.
I'm gonna give you a note now then.
I will be right back, and we want to thank everybody for watching the Steinway Classic, the third annual one in 2014. And we're going to start another match as soon as we can.
Yeah, stick around, folks. See you guys in a little bit.